You can tell by look at my face. You can tell and look at my face. Eagles lose once again. They lose once again. Not only did they lose, but they got embarrassed by the Kansas City Chiefs, 42-30. Now the 30 came in garbage time, but oh my god, where to begin? Uh, a lot of bad stuff. So I'm gonna start with the good. Hurts had a better game. Had a he had a little better game than he did last week against the Cowboys. He improved. He he wasn't making me nervous how he would only be reading one side of the field, always be thrown to his right side, but then he did throw to his left side too, which that was good. And he also threw in the middle of the pocket, so because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, he's not a pocket QB," and blah blah blah. Yeah, it's still his second season, kind of a rookie season once again for me, but um, he had a better game this game this time. So he played better, right? But I said Hurts was not the reason why we lost this game, right? A lot of reasons why we lost this game. Oh man, like I say the only positive was Hurts, honestly, and Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith was he played a great game. He played a really good game today. I mean he showed you the his skills from the what was that game from that game of the high. He showed you why he's a Heisman Trophy winner, and so the connection between Hurts and Smith was developing. But the one touchdown that we thought it was a touchdown was called back, which one of the reasons negatives into this game were the penalties. They had over 10 penalties. This team is undisciplined. That's one of the issues. This team is undisciplined. We gotta fix the penalties, but it keeps on happening. We have three touchdowns that were called back. I think the one touchdown was Ertz, but JJ Whiteside, put his arm out, extended his arm, that he couldn't do that. What was the other one? Andre Dillard, illegal formation or whatever like that, and that was a touchdown that who had that touchdown? Was it Dallas Carter had that touchdown? I can't remember, but that was called back, and then when Von was pushed out of bounds. He reestablished himself in bounds, and they called that back. That part that annoyed me. But regardless, so all those touchdowns all called back. And once again, Nick Sirianni was terrible in the red zone once again. But when he ran the ball once in the red zone, it worked out. So this Nick Sirianni has a problem with running the ball in the red zone. He has a problem with running the ball in the first place. Now, I know I'm talking about the penalties right now, but it kind of leads me to to where's the stats on there? It leads me to the running game. How the they'll lost the focus for the running game because not lost the focus, the lack of a running game because you go up against the second worst run defense, and Monsters only had to carry the ball 7 yards for 13 yards. I mean, at 7 attempts for 13 yards. Now you look at the number. Okay, it's not good. You're thinking like, okay, maybe they stopped the run. It's like no, we didn't run it enough. I mean, Kenwell had 3 attempts and got 31 yards, but we didn't run the ball enough. And like I said, no, I'm jumping all over the place, and that's one of the biggest things that annoyed me with this game, and with everybody, especially with Nick Sirianni, was running the football. Right now, people want to say that it was Nick Sirianni is like the main culprit if you're not running the ball. And hear me out. I said this in my last video. I'm really starting to think it's the GM. It's Harry Roseman, Jeffrey Lurie, because when Doug was here, there's reports say, Howie Howie and Jeffrey were like, "Why aren't you running the ball more? Why aren't you running the ball more? We're not, no, we're not throwing the ball more. Like, why are you running the ball more? Like, we're running the ball is actually helping us, and that's what help us win a Super Bowl. And you want to run away from that, especially when you have a young quarterback who's developing, and your offensive line stars when Lane Johnson, was out at the last minute due to some family stuff. You want to get away from that. You want to like go with passing the ball, which hurts 48 attempts, 48 attempts, and you want to keep on throwing the ball where puts them in harm's way, especially in your offensive line's harm's way. When you have a beast of Miles Sanders, which honestly he might request a trade because I'm not one of those people. I don't like those guys. Where it's like, give me the ball. It's me, 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 me. But my God, man, we're not using this guy because we're throw team first. No, no, not throw team first. We're throw all the time. We love to throw the ball. But like I said, that's not the reason why. That's not the only reason why I believe that the running game is non-existent due to the GMs. But you look at um you look at Nick Sirianni. Last year he was the offensive coordinator for the Colts. They were a balanced team. They threw the ball and they ran the ball. He comes to Philly. That's you would think he'd bring that philosophy from the Colts to here. He hasn't done that. Week one, we were showing the balance of throwing and running. But ever since then, ever since game one, we got away from that. And why is that? Hell, even Andy Reid, when he went to the Chiefs, he ran the ball a little bit more than he did throw the ball. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was known for throwing the ball, but when he came to Kansas City, he was not saying it was more runs, but like he ran more than usual. And hell, against our weakness in our defense, what did he do? He ran the ball down our throats. How much did the guy get? The guy had Edwards. He had a 14 attempts for 102 yards because he knew that was the weak point of our defense was running the ball. And for some odd reason, we don't want to stick to the Chiefs defense, their run defense, being the second worst in the league. We want to get away from that. So I mean, granted, he is the coach. He's gonna get the blame for it, but like I would think that it's possibly Howie and Jeffrey. I'm starting to think that. I really, really am because there's no way a coach will turn away from something that's working for him. Like, it just makes no sense about it. So I think the lack of run game is because due to the upper management, not because of Sirianni. Okay, he still holds some blame too. Like I said, in the red zone offense, we do terrible play calling. The Greg Ward should have caught that ball. Or should have caught that ball. I understand they weren't the best throws, but once it's in your hand, you gotta catch it. You gotta catch it. But like I said, Hurts improved this game. Like I just don't understand why people want this kid to fail so much. It drives me crazy. Now I talked about penalties. Talked about Sirianni. The defense. Oh my god. We can't stop anybody. And then you know what? You might want to say, well, the Kansas City Chiefs does this to everybody, bro. No, we didn't even they didn't even punt. 7 out of 8 possession of the ball, they score touchdowns, and the other one was a field goal. They never punted. And Jonathan Gannon, I don't think it's starting to show. He was probably better off as a secondary coach. I don't think he can be a defensive coordinator. I don't even think Jim Schwartz would be this bad. Now, first of all, we don't have linebackers. We don't value linebackers, and everyone was all low of Alex and shit like that. Like, thought he was a good player, but I just did not think he's like a starter. And it's looking like it, man. Not just him, but everyone in the linebacker core. It's just not good. It's not good. And Derek Barnett once again with the penalties. Now the penalties, I'm not gonna literally blame it on him. He was kind of pushed right to Mahomes, so it's like I was having I understand he's public enemy number one when it comes to penalties, but you see that, man, that wasn't his fault. But Josh Sweat jumping too early, that was embarrassing. Like it was just, and then that last touchdown for Tyreek Hill, I think that was just whatever. Well, first of all, the communication on that play was just terrible within the defense. Communication is just terrible. Like I don't know. And you see, coming into the season, we're like, oh my god, this defense is going to be like a top 10 defense. No, she ain't. No. Two back-to-back games, we get our butts kicked. Our defense has no answer. Fletcher Cox, I don't know where he's at, man. He just hasn't make that that made that he hasn't made that huge impact that he's used that we're known for of of Fletcher Cox. And honestly, man, I think losing Brandon Graham is really showing it right there. Really showing it. But like I said, I thought the Davis would have played better. Honestly, like I picked us to lose this game, but not like that, man. Like that was just ridiculous. And we were right there with him. Had we not, had it not been for the penalties, we would have been right there with the Chiefs. It would have been a hell of a lot closer game. I'm not saying we would have won this game, but you never know. And listen, I'm really starting to think it's Howie in the upper range mid above. I think they're saying it's the fall guy. And honestly, maybe it was a bad idea. Getting rid of Doug Peterson. Maybe Harry was the problem. Like I just don't understand how a GM. Listen, I could still be wrong, but I don't see how a GM thinks to control everything right there. Like I get that you set the team up and everything. That's fine, all. But when it comes to coaching, I'm gonna coach. You're gonna sit there and watch me coach and call the plays. But it's just egos, man. Egos. Like I said, I will always love the fact that we won a Super Bowl, but maybe that's been the worst thing to happen to us because the front office man think that they know everything. Now, like I said, I could still be wrong. It could possibly be Nick Sirianni with having the decision of not running the ball, but it's just annoying. It really is. It's really annoying. I don't know, man. Like I said, Hurts looked good. Defense looked trash. Play calling was not bad. It was not bad when we got to the red zone. We all know what happened right there. And what else? So Hurts was good. Defense needs to get better. I don't know. Oh my God, we need linebackers. And honestly, man, and the thing that people think that we're gonna win the division, did we have a chance to? Yeah, because it's the NFC East, but this team right here, like they weren't ready. I don't like you start knowing who a team is by like the first quarter of the season or fifth game. Well, I don't understand it's early, but this oh man, we just we just got to see right now. It's just frustrating. I just feel still we either have a coach or GM that doesn't like help out your young quarterback in his time of need by giving him a run game. But we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We want to be throwing. So we care about our stats. And if you get Deshaun Watson, it's gonna be throw. Look at our new toy. Look at our new quarterback. It's just annoying, man. It really is. I don't know what's to expect from this team. I mean, that was just god awful, god awful. I mean, I'm actually more mad at the defense, honestly, because like I said, they couldn't get a single punt, not a single punt. But Jalen Hurts was the only good thing about this game. Definitely improved. I mean, great. He's got to do some. I mean, he missed a couple people. He missed a couple people, but we just had to see where this team goes. Um, the media is gonna blast Sirianni, and I think he's just a puppet. It's starting to look like it. It's starting to look like that. So I'm gonna get to bed. I'm tired as always. I'm doing these videos. It's gonna be Monday, new week. So hope y'all. And yeah, tomorrow I'll do the rundown of the a week 4 game. So as always, you guys have a good night. Y'all be safe, and I'll see you guys in the next show. Take care.